Hey, what's up you guys? It's Mxiety. I am back with more helpful tips and tricks that relate to your mental health and streaming. So before we get into anything else, you know to do the subscribe and the like and the things, all the stuff. Yeah, okay. So you got that. So let's talk about how to continue talking when you're anxious on Twitch. So a lot of fantastic people have done videos on this. So this won't exactly be like those. Where I want to make a specific differentiation is that this video is for people who deal with anxiety while they're on stream, while they're trying to talk. So the reason that I bring this up is because I dealt with this for a very long time. I used to watch the clock constantly and be like, oh my god, there's 2 more hours of me having to talk. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, an hour and 45 minutes of me having to talk. What do I do? What do I do? That is no way to live. And of course, eventually I had to develop some coping mechanisms for this. So here they are. Number 1, lean into it. What I mean by that is, whether you've been diagnosed with anxiety or it's not really a pathological thing and you just know you get really anxious before you talk, lean into it. The best thing that I did was tell myself, yeah, I get anxious when I talk. Sometimes it's gonna be quiet. Sometimes I'm not gonna have anything to say, and that's okay. Giving yourself permission to sometimes not be your best is possibly the best approach to finally letting yourself just be, and chances are you're going to perform better because you're not putting that pressure onto yourself. So just accept it. Yes, chances are sometimes I'm going to be quiet because I get really anxious and I'm an anxious person, and that's okay. See how much faster you get through those anxiety points. And the reason being because you're not so stuck in your head being like, oh my god, I'm not gonna have anything to talk about. I'm not gonna have anything to talk about. Look at me not having anything to talk about. So if you can get yourself out of that really repetitive mindset and into a, sometimes I'm not gonna have anything to talk about, that acceptance is going to help you move on. Number 2, the thing that helps me a ton is researching the heck out of a topic. This is actually how my stream was born, right? So I thought, hey, I want to get on live streaming. I want to make sure that people get some good information out of me. I want to talk about mental health, but how do I do that in a good way? Well, you need to be prepared. You need to be aware of what you're going to talk about. Now, I know you might say, hey, I just played The Sims or Overwatch or whatever the heck. That does not mean that you don't need to be prepared. Maybe you want to talk about the game, research some stuff in the background. Give yourself stuff to talk about by preparing notes. I know that sounds super cheesy, but you start out preparing notes and then eventually you've read and you're aware of enough stuff that the stuff just like rolls off of your tongue and it's not a big deal. So seriously, consider taking notes and consider doing your research. The other thing about that is you probably already know a lot more than you realize. There's probably facts and little things that you collect throughout the day. Just make notes of it and then talk about it. It's that simple. Number 3, make sure that you have given yourself sufficient relaxation and getting yourself in the mood time beforehand. Now, what do I mean by that? Whatever it is that you need to accomplish that, whether it is taking a cold shower or singing or whatever it is, for me it's taking a walk and playing with my dog for a little bit, whatever it is that transfers you from regular world into streaming person will make a huge, huge difference in how you feel and how you present yourself and how you'll be able to kind of fight that anxiety. If you're more prepared and if you're more relaxed, chances are you're not going to be as anxious, right? So you can build that into your stream schedule. If you know, for example, I know that I start streaming at 7 o'clock, so around 6:15 p.m., I'm gonna go take a quick 15-minute walk with my dog, and I know I'm gonna come back in feeling better, and by 6:30 I'm ready to sit down and do all the steps I need to do in order to be on time. Finally, if you want to learn more tips, do check out our anxiety video. We made a video about pre-stream anxiety where I collected a bunch of streamers' advice, and a lot of them are way cooler than I am, by the way, and they told me what they do to prevent pre-stream anxiety. Some of this actually draws from that, but it's the coolest video, so you should be checking it out. And until next time, don't forget to be the light. Bye, everybody!